Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. First of all, thank you so much for subscribing to me. I'm always thinking of making some useful video for you guys with informative content. It's not easy though. Today, I would like to talk about depression, especially my depression story and how I got over it. To be honest, I need to confess I haven't overcome it yet because I still often feel depressed so hard. That's why I'd better say I've figured out how to adjust and control my feelings. About 3 years ago, all of a sudden I developed a disease. Furthermore, I had to keep my job that I had for 5 years. Even I lost about 8 kilos due to the medication that I was taking and extremely restricted diet. Literally, it seemed like everything went bad around me. It was a sense of remorse that made me painful the most. I started to consider myself useless, and also I thought all I had achieved disappeared. Although I did my best in my career, I ended up with nothing left. The relationships that I had built had collapsed. It was like no one was left to support me, literally nothing. It was after I changed my circumstance that I could start to get out of depression. By chance, I went to Australia. I had to work so that I survived there, no matter how sick I was. I had to speak in English, no matter how bad my speaking was. However, it turned out in Australia, I could have a year when I could pay attention to only myself, not other people like my family and friends. I was escaping from my comfort zone. I look back at my life and I started to figure out things about myself, like what kind of person I was, what I like, what I hate, what I'm afraid of, what I like to do from now on, what I do well, what makes me stressful. It was fortunate that I could interact with people who didn't take issue with my disease in Australia and who just looked at me as I was. From then, I began to take myself as I was and my circumstance as well. We don't have to overcome it because we can't do in many cases. You don't need to go to Australia, of course, but we all need to make an effort to refresh our situation. Doctors would say to go working out or concentrate on your work. I know that they can be useless for some people because I did that all already. However, at least, we should make an effort to get out of depression whenever we can. Even though I suffered it for 2 years seriously and it took me an year to move on, I'm still struggling. It is like lifetime homework no one can solve except for me. If someone who suffers from depression watches this video, I would like to say you don't need to get out of it. Just try to understand your situation first, then slowly try to make a change to refresh your situation. The real change happens when we first decide to break out of our bad situations. Thank you so much for watching my video, and see you next video.